If time went back and I met myself when I was struggling with dating and with girls, I would tell him the words in this video. My dear brother, the first thing you need to understand is that attracting women is a skill, nothing more, nothing less. Your appearance and financial status play a very small role in creating attraction in a woman. That's why the first thing I want you to understand is that as a person, you don't need anything to attract women. Being single and not succeeding with girls is simply a lack of knowledge about how to attract a woman. So this is the first point I want you to take away from today's video. Do not take your failure with women personally, because unfortunately, social media is filled with influencers who start their conversations with statements like, you need to be tall, you need to go to the gym, you need to have money, you need to grow a beard, and so on. I, the one speaking to you now, was never particularly good looking. I was late in achieving financial stability, and yet from the moment I started researching and studying female psychology, my success with women skyrocketed and multiplied dozens of times. And if you go to any supermarket or simply walk down the street, you'll see dozens of men walking with extremely beautiful women. Are all these men tall? Are they all physically strong? Are they all rich? Do they all have beards? Of course not. The way a woman is attracted to a man is something that has evolved due to factors that have been in place for millions and hundreds of thousands of years. It has nothing to do with the modern world. And as a man, all you need to do is understand these factors and understand how women think, and you will be able to attract them wherever they are. And if you are watching me now, you are most likely a single man. And most likely, the reason you are single is that you are doing certain behaviors that make it impossible for a woman to even consider being with you in a relationship. And if you watch this series on how to attract women and apply what I tell you, be sure that any girl you talk to, you will be able to make her attracted to you effortlessly. And please, if you don't believe what I'm telling you right now, let's play a little game, you and me. Watch this series video by video. Watch all the videos where I talk about women, and then go out and start applying what I teach you to any girl. And without even realizing it, you will begin to see this attraction developing little by little. The second thing I want you to know is that you should always play in your own field, not in hers. What do I mean by this? If you've been following me for a while, then you probably know that in the dating market, a woman's currency is sex, while a man's currency is commitment. And now, please listen to me carefully, because I'm going to give you a golden piece of advice. Whenever you're talking to a girl or going on a date, the conversation between you two will always have two possible directions. Either the goal of that meeting is sex, or the goal is entering a relationship. And as a man, you are the one who chooses the direction. This is something biologically ingrained in us. The man is the one who decides. If you choose for the goal of that meeting to be sex or a one-night stand, then in that scenario, the woman will be the prize. But if the goal of that meeting is commitment or a long-term relationship, then you as a man will be the prize. This is a rule that I want you to remember for the rest of your life. When you're having a conversation with a girl, there are two playing fields you can choose from: the sex field and the commitment field. And as a man, it will always be easier for you to play in the commitment field. And I'm not saying here that you should never talk about sex or never want it. No, this is a completely natural and normal thing. And just as you enjoy it, women also enjoy it. Don't be afraid of it, but don't make it your primary goal. So how do you do this? Step 1, program your subconscious to believe that you don't want just sex. Step 2, understand and internalize that you are the prize. For step 1, you do this by being sexual and not horny. Here's the difference: sexual. I am sexually comfortable. I am an adult. I am not ashamed. Talking about this topic is normal and fun for me and for all the women in my life. Horny. I am sexually needy. I need sex right now, and I am aggressively looking to get it from you because I don't get it very often. I have an agenda, and I am dependent on achieving a certain outcome from this conversation. Do you see the difference? Never be horny around a girl, and never show her that you are desperate for sex, because by doing this, you are automatically playing in the sex field, and she will see herself as the prize. And the woman will never be with a guy or even continue a conversation with him if she feels that she is the prize. This is a rule you need to understand. Whether you like it or not, it remains true. As for step 2, you need to understand and internalize that you are the prize. If you give her your attention and approval too easily, she won't value you. This is the most common mistake that guys make over and over again. They give a woman too much attention just because she is attractive and they want her, and in the end, she takes them for granted. For example, telling her she's beautiful right away, agreeing with everything she says, complimenting her excessively, giving her way more attention than you give to other women. You are the prize, so you need to be more selective in how freely you give these things away. Just like you are not automatically entitled to touch a woman's body or have sex with her, women are also not automatically entitled to your attention and approval. You should only give your time and energy to a girl who is investing her own time and energy into the conversation with you. That is what makes you valuable and worth chasing. Anyway, this is a huge topic. I've only given you a general overview so that you can understand understand me, and I've talked about this subject extensively in my channel. And finally, we have reached one of the most important factors that might be the reason behind your failure with women, and that is the friend zone. You've probably heard this phrase many times. You have to be a good friend before you become a good lover. This is a very common idea in many romantic movies, where you see the nice guy becoming friends with the girl. He does everything to make her happy, and in the end, they fall in love and live happily ever after. But reality doesn't work this way. In fact, it's the complete opposite of what you see in movies, because once you fall into the friend zone, the girl will never see you as a potential partner. In the end, you will always remain just a friend to her, and she will treat you like one of her girlfriends in male form, nothing more than that. And if you ever try to make a move on her or let her know that you are interested in something more than friendship, she will most likely freak out and, in most cases, start avoiding you altogether. But don't worry, the friend zone has a solution, and I know that many of you have asked me to talk about it, which is why very soon there will be an entire video dedicated to the friend zone and how to get out of it. Now, I'm going to take you through one of the biggest mistakes I see most guys who fail with women making, and I used to make this mistake a lot myself, and that is compliments. I used to think that the best way to impress a girl was to shower her with compliments, but the truth is, compliments will not get you anything. In fact, they might actually make you seem like just another guy looking for sex, and here's why. Try to imagine the reality of an attractive woman, and you'll realize that she has a completely different perspective on things compared to you. A beautiful girl lives in a state of abundance when it comes to male options. Finding a man is not difficult for her because most attractive women are approached by men all the time, everywhere, on a daily basis. Since a lot of men constantly show interest in her, she has no problem meeting guys. She's used to getting compliments from all types of men everywhere. So, at the end of the day, she has seen it all, been there, and done that. Now imagine a girl who receives hundreds of compliments every day. Do you really think she's gonna care if you simply say, "Oh, you're so beautiful"? Since these women have many options, they will most likely categorize you as just another guy trying to get with them for one reason only. So, when you tell her that she looks beautiful, you're not telling her anything new. She already knows she's beautiful, and the last thing she needs is another guy telling her how great she looks. And finally, the last point we will discuss in today's video. When you talk to a woman, you need to understand that you are not speaking to a rational being. Now, I'm not saying that women don't have intelligence, far from it. In fact, a woman could be smarter than you, get higher grades in exams, or even have a better job than you. But the moment a woman starts talking to a man, starts dating, or enters a relationship, you need to forget about logic, because in those moments, she does not think with her mind. She reacts based on her emotions. That's why you should not rely on logic in your conversations with her, because the words you say won't matter as much as what your words make her feel emotionally. For example, let's say you're talking to a girl and she tells you, "You're skinny," and you respond by saying, "I'm working out to gain weight." In this situation, what did you do? You spoke to her rational mind and tried to respond logically and justify yourself. And by doing this, her attraction toward you immediately decreases. Do not talk to a woman with logic. Do not try to justify your actions, and do not try to impress her using rational arguments, because attraction is not something a woman consciously chooses with her mind. It is an emotional and instinctual response. So, how does this instinct work? Let me give you an example so you can understand. When a man starts bragging about his achievements and trying to impress a woman with them, it may seem at first like he is demonstrating high value and success. But in reality, women don't focus on what he is saying as much as they focus on what he is communicating indirectly. What is the message she actually receives? What she picks up on is that this man feels insecure and inadequate, which is why he resorts to bragging and trying to prove his worth to others. And this is exactly why women are strongly attracted to bad boys. Nice guys don't understand how or why this happens. They ask in disbelief, how is it that these guys treat women so badly, yet women still love them? Meanwhile, nice guys shower women with gifts, take them on expensive dates, and yet get completely ignored. Why does this happen? It all comes down to sub-communication. When a man spoils a woman with gifts and extravagant dates, he thinks he is showing her that he is an amazing man who can take care of her and that she should feel attracted to him. But in reality, the exact opposite happens. On the other hand, when a bad boy treats her with arrogance, acts dominant, or is unpredictable, he is subconsciously sending the message that he is a man of higher value. What does the woman subconsciously perceive from this? That he is confident, that he holds high status, that he is emotionally independent and doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, that he doesn't try too hard to please her, but instead makes her feel lucky to have his his attention. All of this makes him appear as a high value man, and that's why women feel attracted to him. So, do you have to be a bad boy to attract women? Of course not. You can be a respectful and kind man, but at the same time, be highly attractive to women. All you need to do is understand this instinct and understand female nature. And please, stop believing the nonsense that women are complicated or hard to understand. No, understanding women is actually very easy. Women are emotional beings who operate based on a set of instinctual rules. And once you understand these rules, you will be able to understand any woman, no matter her personality. So please, if you're single, or maybe you've never been in a fulfilling relationship, don't take this personal. And I'm not trying to comfort you. I've been in your position at some point. But now, when I look back, I realize that the problem was never with me, nor was it with the women. The problem was simply in my actions. So please, if you're feeling lonely at this moment, all you need to do is change your behavior, and that's it. This was the Dark Needle, and I'll see you in the next video.